How y'all doing? For this review, I'm going on Book 10 of the John Carter of Mars series from Edgar Rice Burroughs, and that is Llana of Gathol. Alright, so here we are. John Carter was out, just going for a fly all by his lonesome. He loves the company of people. He likes to go on his own. And then he comes across this abandoned city, and an abandoned city has another interesting thing about it. Is only have a handful of men, relatively speaking, and these men are actually pale skin and blonde haired. These are not the Therns, mind you, from the previous book. These are ancient Martians, and they're the only ones left of their kind. So they do whatever they can to keep people from knowing anything about them and killing all those who may potentially bring them out in the open. So that's what they plan to do with John Carter. Here's the thing. They're kind of nice about it. It's like, we understand your position. They both understand each other, but now they have to do what they can, to have to execute them with all due respect. So, unfortunately, because Carter found them while they were attacked by this Green Martian horde, he saves them, but they can't allow him. But as much as they appreciate his efforts, they can't allow him to come back. But unfortunately, just through the events, one of the they also had to execute another one of their own people. And it is what was his name? Pandachi. Pandanchi. Sorry, yes, that sounds like Pandachi. I mispronounced it. Yeah, I got Wikipedia over here for quick notes. Pandanchi, there, who he fought, but he's now, through the long story short, he's now to be executed with Carter as well. But first they're kind of kept in prison. But this prison is not a set cell. It's actually a long series of chambers in the underground city. So they go exploring there for a while, and they found this old, ancient this ancient being of legend that has this ability to hypnotize people into suspended animation. And they get rid of him, and they awaken the people who he's hypnotized. One of them is Llana of Gathol, who is John Carter's granddaughter from Tara of Helium. So, who is the main female lead in the Chessmen of Mars? Yeah, she had a daughter now, and what is she doing there? Well, apparently, Llana, who back home, Gathol was given by this taken hospitality of a man, this very arrogant Martian, one of the polar ice caps, the cities. This very arrogant man who wants to take over all of Barsoom, and he claims to be the superior of everything. He wants Llana of Gathol for one of his wives. He's got 11. He's just being brash about it, rude and everything. He says, I'm going to take you over anyway. I'm the best of everything. Very arrogant piece of crap. But they kicked him out, but he's going to try, and he's now invaded. Later, he's going to invade Gathol and try it also with a mass army here. Llana tries to go back to Helium, and she ends up being stuck. She ends up being in this abandoned city and was ended up being hypnotized, by this old creature from way back beyond. Now, the story itself has about 4 parts, and each part is almost its own story arc, but there's an overall story arc at whole. Now, so you got that, I just described the first one. The second part is when Llana of Gathol, Pandanchi, they both escape the city. They end up being in another city taken prisoner by the Black Martians, so they have to go through that obstacle there. The next 2 are when they escape from them, and they have to deal with this rival ruler's army over Gathol and also trying to take over the rest of Barsoom. And they found out what he's doing is not only they've taken prisoners and slaves, he has a way of putting them in suspended animation until they're needed. So they were kept frozen, in a sense, then they actually literally frozen, and they thaw them out and say, here you go in the army. But here's the thing, as frightening as that sounds with the numbers they have, this is a badly ran army. Their ships are out of date or broken most of the time. They're not in good condition. Most of the men have no morale to carry on the fight or anything. They just barely work just out of numbers. So this could work to Carter's advantage, but there's a lot of untrustworthiness and all that. So he tries to take over a ship, and as going back to his old name from the Green Martians, Dotar Sojat, he fixes up a ship. He gets a crew, and they're loyal to a point, but eventually even they overran him. So him and so he's now on his own. Eventually, he does come out in the end, so this is not going to be too long a review, but it is a very enjoyable story. Unlike the last book, and I'll get to that shortly here. Not that the last book is enjoyable, but again, I'll explain in the next review. So that is Llana of Gathol, Book 10 of John Carter's series. A nice, good, classic adventure of John Carter doing what he does best, going on high adventures and rescuing the people he cares about. In this case, it's a granddaughter. And there's also, again, like these things normally happen, there's a love developing between Llano of Gathol and Pendanchi. And he's fallen for her, but she has a sort of, testing him out to see if he's worthy of it. Carter tries to stay back and just let this thing run through. So now it comes to the question: will he win her love and everything else? So there you go. Again, Llana of Gathol, Book 10 of Barsoom series, approaching the last one. So get to that. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.